Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm going to share my Scrappy kit and plans for November and December 2025. It's going to be an eclectic mix of Christmas, autumn, and everyday with a few kits thrown in for good measure. All the material is from Stampin' Up! And it's all pretty recent stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. The first collection I'm going to share with you is the Traditions of Christmas Suite. This is in the September-December 2025 mini catalog. It's sold in 3 different formats. You can get the Suite collection that has paper, stamps, dies, embellishments, ribbon. You can also get the memory keeping collection, which has the paper pack with stickers. There's a solid coordinating paper pack along with title stamps. Or you can purchase the scrapbooking workshop kit that has pattern paper, solid paper, stickers, embellishments, and step-by-step instructions for creating 3 double-page spreads. I have a bit of the first 2 options, the Suite collection and the memory keeping collection. What I'm showing you right now is the pattern paper. So 12 pattern papers, 6 different designs, and I am showing you both sides of them. The A sides have gold foil accents and the B sides are all tone on tone. I purchased this from the memory keeping collection, so it comes with a sticker sheet, and I'll show you that in a moment. The sticker sheet has 12-inch border strips. There are wordy bits, titles, flowers, numbers if you do December daily. It's really pretty. I have some of the stamps and dies. So I have the Christmas greenery stamps and dies, and this one has flowers, leaves, other bits as well. I am showing you the dies. Now there are standalone dies in that collection, but there are also dies that cut out the stamped images, and some of the dies even cut out the images on the pattern paper. That's what I'm showing you right now. That die there cuts out a bouquet. I will get out another one and it cuts out a spray of branches and flowers. Super, super beautiful. A lot of the Stampin' Up! Collections do have paper collections that coordinate with the dies, and I find that really fun. Obviously, you need the stamps because at one point you will run out of the paper, but it is a really fun option to be able to cut out the paper images as well. I do have another stamp set. This is a scrapbooking title stamp set, so nice big sentiments. I am just putting it up to the image on the box cover, and the stamps are actually a bit bigger than what you see on the front of that box. There are little glittery adhesive dots, super beautiful. I have some ribbon from my stash as well as those peppermint adhesive dots, again, from my stash. Now I'm digging out another collection. This is the Peaceful Garden Suite, also in the September-December 2025 mini catalog, also sold in 3 different formats, a Suite collection, a memory keeping collection, and a scrapbook workshop kit. That came out funny, a scrapbook workshop kit. What I bought were bits and pieces of the Suite collection and the memory keeping collection. Now what I'm showing you is the 12 by 12 paper pack. So once again, 12 pattern papers, 6 different designs, and what I am showing you here are both sides of the paper. Lots of blues here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Christmas, wintry, somewhere along those lines. I think I can create some everyday pages with this as well. I find it super beautiful. There is a bit of neutral thrown in here for good measure as well, and I find it's a lovely contrast with all of these blues and whites. And for this one, I do not have the sticker sheet, but the sticker sheet is available for this collection as well. I did buy the coordinating two-tone cardstock, so that's what I'm showing you right now. This has 12 different two-tone papers, or I should say 12 two-tone papers, 6 different colors, and you can see one side is lighter than the other, and it coordinates very nicely with this collection. Lots of blues, white, and some neutrals as well. I also have the glitter paper that goes with this collection. So that comes with 6 sheets, 2 in each of these colors. I have some additional embellishments. I do have the ribbon, so it's a blue. I think it's Misty Moonlight, and the edges are in silver. And I have the little adhesive flowers as well, all in different colors of blue. I do have a bunch of tools. I have the Peace on Earth stamp and die set. So lots of sentiments there, and I'm getting out the dies. There are these beautiful doves in that die set, along with these little envelopes, but there's also these two layering labels, and they fit right inside that embossing folder. So that's great for cards, obviously. It could be nice for scrapbooking titles as well. I do have the stamp title set there. That's what I'm showing you. So nice big sentiments for scrapbooking titles. And in addition to that, I have another set. It's not actually part of this Peaceful Garden Suite. It's from another one that was in the catalog, the September-December catalog. It's called Snowy Delight. So basically it's a stamp, die, and mask set. A mask is what Stampin' Up! Calls stencils. And the snowflakes in this collection are absolutely huge. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it over the next 2 months. Maybe, maybe not. But I know for sure I'll be able to use it in January and February because where I live, we get lots and lots of snow. Now I'm changing collections. This is the Autumn Toile Suite, again, in the September-December 2025 mini catalog. I had bits and pieces of it in my September and October kit, some tools, but I didn't have the paper. As a matter of fact, the paper didn't thrill me when I first saw it online, but I've seen so many people create pages with this collection that are absolutely gorgeous. I just had to have it. So finally I ended up buying it, and that's what I'm showing you right now. So once again, 12 pattern papers. For this collection, there are 4 different papers, 3 of each, and I'm showing you both sides. Now, some of these papers have a bit of a hunting vibe, that Mossy Meadow one, and later on you're going to see the Cajun Craze. One of them looks like it has pheasants on it, I think, and the other one foxes. I won't be doing hunting pages, but I don't think I'm going to have much trouble using this paper. There's another one with trees, which I love, and there's another one with pumpkins, and the B-sides are all very, very general. In addition to that, there is a metallic paper pack that goes with this collection. I was using it in September and October, but I'm going to carry it over into this kit, and it actually does belong to this Autumn Toile kit. The same thing with this Autumn Trees, is that what it's called? Yes, Autumn Trees Stamp and Die Bundle. I've been using it for a few months, but it technically belongs to this suite, so I will continue using it. And that is an irregular weave trim that I showed you lastly, part of this collection as well. Now I'm changing collections. This one is called either Hobby Haven or Creative Haven, depending on whether you are looking at the paper or the tools. Now this is a brand new release from November 2025. It's an online release, and this is all about your hobbies, basically. The first paper that I showed you there has a bunch of books and lamps, stuff like that. The B-sides are all very calm or tone on tone. There's another one there with a lot of images about spa day, another one about cooking. This one here that I'm showing you has a bunch of comfy chairs and plants, so very, very homey. But again, the B-sides are very tone on tone or quite calm. This collection has 10 papers, so 5 different papers, 2 of each, but there are 2 additional papers that I'll show you in a moment that are punch-out sheets. So basically what you have in this collection is a collection of ephemera that goes along with it, and that's what I'm about to show you. I have already punched them out, but I'm showing you the punch out sheets empty, and now I will show you that I have all of these ephemera pieces stored in an envelope. They punched out really, really easy, so I just went ahead and did it, and now they're all ready to play with. This collection is outside my comfort zone. I find it intriguing. Some of the papers, particularly the one with the books and the one with the cooking icons, I really like. However, I will be bringing in some other paper to make it a bit more usable for me. What I'm showing you right now are the stamps and dies that go with this. So one of them has banners and tags. That's a stamp set, and there are wordy bits on top of it. The dies that go with it, I am absolutely thrilled with them. So again, banners, tags, lots of different shapes. And I think I'm going to get lots and lots of use out of that die set. I'll talk about the new packaging from Stampin' Up! A little bit later on in this video. I also have some matte adhesive dots that go with this collection, along with some very narrow chevron trim, which is white and garden green. Now what I'm bringing in is some Country Woods paper. So basically it's a paper pack from Stampin' Up! That I often use. I consider it a staple. But I find this collection with all of the icons, even though I find them beautiful, it's a kind of paper that I have difficulty using. So I'm bringing in that wood grain paper, and I think it's going to really tone it down for me. As you can see, I have changed collections, and what I'm showing you here are leftovers from the Gathering Moments collection. I've been playing with this for the past 2 months, and I will continue with the leftovers. I'm showing you the dies from the Gathering Moments collection. I have stamps and dies. They have giant leaves in the die set that are really fun. I did 3 process videos with it last month, but I will continue playing with this collection. I really did have fun with it. There is also some twine there, and that's the paper I have left over. So I'll be continuing with that. I still have some fall pages to do. Now I'm bringing in Stampin' Up's 12 Days of Crafting Advent calendar. It's Stampin' Up's very first Advent calendar. It comes with the calendar along with a stamp set. Now I already emptied my calendar. There are 12 different doors to open, and basically it opens up when you have everything. It's basically a curated kit, and it's not Christmas themed, even though the box, which is beautiful, is Christmas themed. So in it, there are like 6x6 paper, pocket cards, ephemera, there are stencils, there are dies, and there are more. So lots of stuff. What I ended up doing was bringing in some 12x12 paper from my stash so that I could kind of stretch it out into a scrapbooking kit. So I have two-tone cardstock and Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and Misty Moonlight. And once again, I'm bringing in the Country Woods paper pack. What I ended up doing was I bought the calendar for me, but I bought one as a gift for my sister who lives in a different province. And what we are going to do is we are going to craft with it via Messenger video chat. So it's going to be a really fun activity for us. So that's kind of fun. Also, you're going to see in a moment, I did purchase some other material from the recent November online product release. This collection here is called Outdoor Adventure, so there are stamps and dies. Again, the new packaging, I'll talk about that in a minute, but you may notice it's different than before. I'm really excited about this. I do love outdoorsy tools. I particularly love the dies and those footprints there. I do not have anything like that in my tool stash, so I'm quite excited about that. I'm actually opening up the stamp set here. Now, once again, what I like to do is compare the size of the stamps to the image on the stamp packaging. And indeed, the stamps are actually larger than what you see on the image. So yeah, really happy about that collection there. And here is another one. It's called Swirled Designs. So the stamps are basically background stamps and kind of texture stamps. And here are the dies. So a bunch of swirly shapes. You have ovals, a couple different ovals, a couple different diamonds, some stars, and very squiggly. And you can see that the dies are larger than the image on the packaging. And I'm assuming it's the same thing for the stamps as well, though I haven't opened it up in front of you, so I can't say for sure. Now, the new packaging, Stampin' Up, I should say, is now packaging their stamps in these rigid plastic envelopes as opposed to the plastic boxes. It is basically a space saver. Now they're selling those packages, those envelopes and packs of 20 if you would like to purchase them for your other stamp sets. They are also selling the retired boxes as well, if you prefer those, for a limited amount of time at least. Now I'm showing you another paper pack. This is basically white cardstock that's textured. It's called Whispers of Texture. So basically 6 papers, 3 in each texture. One is like diamonds and the other one is very fine corrugated cardstock. Really quite beautiful, actually. Now what I'm doing from my stash is I'm bringing in a handful of gold and silver products because December is Christmas month and I find I use a lot of silver and gold during Christmas month. So what I'm showing you right now is the brushed silver and gold paper pack. I think that's retired. It's from my stash. I'm also bringing in these metallic rub-ons, once again in gold and silver. This is a current product and it is in the 2025-2026 annual catalog. I also have those little flower accents, again, in the annual catalog, very shiny gold. And I have this gold and silver trim. I bought it last year, very narrow ribbon, but once again in gold and silver. I also have this twine, baker's twine in white and black, but in it there is a little thread of gold as well. And that is a current product. It was part of the September 2025 online release. Now I'm going to show you one more product, and it is the Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin release for October 2025. Paper Pumpkin is a subscription, a monthly subscription for a card kit from Stampin' Up! It's basically delivered in that little box to your doorstep, and it is all inclusive. It even has the adhesive and the ink. They are usually for cards. This one here is for 9 cards, and I'm showing you the instruction sheet, so step-by-step instructions. These kits come together honestly in 30 minutes, 60 minutes if you're really slow, but really, really super, super easy. I just showed you it comes with a stamp set. It also has some bling here. There's foam adhesive. Everything is in here, the envelopes, the card bases. When I go through this box, you're going to see there are the card fronts as well. And there's also punch out embellishments. These come together super, super quickly. Now, I have this in my kit this month because sometimes December is very difficult for me, especially over the last few years. That being said, I still love creating, even on difficult days. So what I like to do is have something that I really don't have to think a lot about, that I can put together super quickly. So that's why I have this in my kit for this time of year. You can see some of my punch outs are falling out. When I use these kits, typically the first thing I do is punch everything out. Then I put them together, because these kits, when there are punch outs, they come out so easily, which I do love because the paper doesn't rip and there aren't those little white annoying balls. But I don't like them falling out of the paper either, so that's why I typically just take everything out, then I start creating. Also with Paper Pumpkin, every quarter they offer an add-on for people who are subscribers to Paper Pumpkin, and it's basically a little die set. And this is for October, November, and December, the word joy, and there's also some leaves there. There's a little tag. The one I bought for the previous quarter, I got so much use out of it, so I immediately bought this one as well. So basically, that's it. I'm all organized and ready to play. I can't wait. My plan is to post videos on Friday, and I may take a week off around Christmas. If you want to get your hands on any of these products, my link to Stampin' Up! Is listed below. If you live in Canada and use the link, I will get a commission. Please know that I appreciate your support very, very much. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be thrilled if you did. If you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.